Hey, everybody. We're all done fucking around.
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans by fans, with your hosts, Jesse Martin.
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman.
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
John Taman.
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
I am the world's worst podcast host. I am John Taman. However, today I'm going to endeavor to not be the world's worst podcast host because I am John Taman and I don't like being the world's worst anything. So, with that being said, we're going to discuss some NFL football today. It's week 3. We didn't do this last week, so the Big and Boss book has probably been very lonely. Say hey to my friend Jesse over there.
Yo.
What up?
Scott down here. How you doing, Scott?
I am good, thank you. Yeah, all good at my end.
Keeper of the Big and Boss book. And then down here is StatMax. What's going on?
It's Saturday.
Thank you very much. That is the statistic we were all looking for. Tell you
You're
what,
funny.
Dude, sound like you
Saturday.
need to be wearing a freaking hockey helmet outside.
It's Saturday.
Two things before we start. I just want to apologise yesterday for the internet going kaput. Hopefully it will be okay through this stream. And the second thing is, my wife seems to think you have an obsession, John, with my sex life.
Really?
Which is, yeah. She's like, she watched it. I was in work this morning. She texted me about 10:30 and said, I've just watched the pod and John seems obsessed with with our sex life. I was like, well, that's just John.
It's not so much that. I'm just fascinated with the potential for Scott's O-face and what it might sound like.
Sound like?
Yes. Oh,
Oh, that was a proper one.
that was proper. Right. There you go. That's right. So, hello, Karen. How
I'm sure she'll be listening.
All right, so anyway.
Do you want me to go back to week 1 then? And we'll
Peter,
go through
thanks for
how we
joining
did?
us.
And listen, don't apologize for your freaking internet. Have you ever seen this show when Keith was on it, for God's sakes?
Oh, good gracious.
Yeah, I
God,
remember.
man. That dude had a freaking internet that only worked if he kept his bicycle running. All right.
This is true.
That's right. All right, so Keith hasn't been on the show in about 6 months, and we're taking shots at him. All right, so why don't we start off with just some general NFL bullshit, and then we will move into the Big and Boss book to find out how we did in week 1, because I think I broke even.
Just about, John. Just about. I can go through it from week 1. So
It couldn't have been
let's have
good because...
Let's have a look at the scores then. The scores on the doors were, Jesse, you predicted 10 correctly, which is a good week. John, you also predicted 10 correctly, which again is a very good week.
Sorry, that's a great week. Jesse's was a good week. Mine was fucking awesome.
This is going to be bad.
Max, you predicted 7.
Oh.
Okay.
And I got 8. So not too bad all round by us all.
So
And
Scott, you're going 50-50. Max, you're behind the curve.
Hey, we're getting there.
If we go through the bet side of it, Jesse, I'll go through yours. Chicago giving 3.5 points for $100 got you 185. You combined a rush of 100 yards and a Kamara TD for 50, which got you 175. LA Chargers giving up the points, 100 on that gave you 195. LA Chargers again on the under. You went on that. It was $100. You also put on 50 on the over for Dallas versus Cleveland. That gave you 92.37, and 50 on the over in Tampa Bay and Washington, which was 42.5. And as we know, it was 20-37 final score, which gave you 93.48. Your total down was $900 this week. Your return was $840.85, giving you a loss this week of $59.15. So, yeah, okay. Do you know what I mean? It was decent enough.
I tell you what,
John,
I just
Can't
want
win 'em
everybody to hear the excitement in Scott's voice to be able to read off of his list. I'm gonna
I
have
love
to
it.
I'm gonna
I
have
love
to
it.
make a brand new thing here called Accounting by Scotty. So
It's just I love it. John, you went for which I thought was quite a good bet, really out of the blue, was a Kyle Pitts anytime touchdown, 50 on that. That gave you 160. LA Chargers giving the points we've gone through. That was 195. The Seahawks versus Denver laying 5.5. finished 26-20. That gave you $275. You put 150 on that. Detroit laying the points, 4.5. The score was 26-20, 97-62 for that one. You went on the over on Dallas and Cleveland like Jesse, and your total was 800 down. Your return was $819.99, giving you a profit of $19.99.
$19.99. I can buy a fucking Bassomatic.
So you've done well there.
What is your wife's picture? I'm sorry.
It's my face with a beard. Yeah, don't worry about it. Honestly, it's crazy. The only bet I got, yeah, it's me with a tat with a.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
It looked like for a second there. It looked like like fucking Scouse with a mustache.
Thanks for that, mate. My head's just not that big, so
I'm sorry. I don't have anything else in the picture for reference. I mean, if you showed me like it next to, I don't know, a trash can, it might look like you. But if it was like next to, like an arena,
Agreed.
then it might look like Scouse.
So the only bet I got in this week was Chicago giving the 3.5 points. $50 on that gave me $92.50. Everything else was completely wrong. I put down $5.50, a miserly $5.50. I might add. My returns were $92.50, giving me a loss of $457.50.
This is why his
So
wife's
the
watching.
winner this week.
That's why it's a miserly betting. Here, his wife's watching. Right.
It was a winner this week for both you and Jesse, John. So you take the points this week, and on the bets, John, you take the points this week for that one. So well done.
There you go.
I'll give him a week.
You can
But
give me
back
a
into
all you
week
want. Now,
3
last
now,
week-
though.
Yeah, right. Last week we didn't bet because nobody was here. We were all out having a good time. However, I got to tell you, I dropped out of the sports book and I put $35 down on Scott Hartley going after a man with a cane in the stadium, and he did. So I won $220. It was hair from my hairbrush. He wanted to see what a mustache would look like.
There's so many ways we can go with that.
The gift of the Magi kind of crosses my mind there, but
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So you know what happened, Karen? My wife wanted to see what she would look like with bangs, so I gave her my hair off my hairbrush, and look how many I got left. I mean, so be careful when you're doing that kind of stuff. All right.
And that was 30 years ago.
It was a long time ago. Shit. My hair came out 40 years ago. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. We got to go to the new layout. You got to tell me when you're ready for this kind of stuff here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there you go. And now you do
Look
it.
at that. Look at that. Look at this fancy stuff.
Professional.
Week
Professional
one begins with the New York Giants traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Who's is the prostate lover still the quarterback?
He is, yeah.
I thought you meant in New York too, because I mean he might like he might.
He might like them too. You don't know. Yeah.
You never know. He plays like ass. All right.
So the Browns are 6.5 point favorites against the New York Giants. The over/under is 38.5. Listen, this is just a shit game right here. The Browns defense is the only thing that I would probably maybe lean toward in this game because their offense surely hasn't done much of shit. I'm going to go to Browns to win this game, but I'm not going to put anything on it. Yeah. Max, go ahead.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Browns at 6.5 point favorites. I'm going to give them the points. I think that they're just so much better than the Giants.
Are they, though?
I
mean, there's so much talk about them this offseason. There's so much talk about them.
You're a Browns hater, and frankly, when you look at their first two games, they had a Dallas team that I don't know what happened, and then they couldn't do anything against Jags. But you're looking at you've got two NFL teams, and then you've got a high school team in the Giants. Any team should dog the Giants.
That we barely beat last week.
Hey, we beat them though.
Hey! We scored on 7 out of 8 possessions, and the 8th one was a kneel down. So I would say this: the Browns are probably terrified of the Giants are probably terrified of whoever the Browns kicker is. So
that's true.
I'm with Jesse exactly the same. Taking the Browns to win. I'm not laying any points. I'm not putting any money down. I'm not putting any bets down on any parlays. Nothing on this game whatsoever.
Exactly the same for me. I have Cleveland winning this game, but I'm not putting anything on this. This is a terrible game to watch. I'm glad I'm not watching this game.
Look,
Just to make sure we're clear here, Scott, you do like to be on the bottom down there.
I do, yeah. I enjoy being on the bottom. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't blame
Riding the
you. I mean,
mustache,
you
being
can-
on the bottom.
Well, riding the mustache. I'm not sure that the translation is quite.
I want to welcome Kim, Karen, and Pete to the chat. Kim, I thought you were watching the
Hokies. She knows who's got her back, not the Hokies.
That's true. They've been
That's
a
right.
major disappointment to us for many, many years. All right. Next game on the docket is the Bears at the Colts. The Colts are favored by 1.5. In the lack of offense that Chicago has played this year is due to this game because the Colts haven't really done much of shit either. I think they're just favored because of the home team. I'm going to stay away from this game. My slight lean is to the Colts, but I might go. You know what? I'm feeling a little frisky. I'm going to put 50 on the under, which is 43.5.
So, are you feeling frisky because Scott's on the bottom, or are you just feeling frisky
Exactly.
in general?
You know,
Okay. Well,
Scott's a great bottom.
Scott, I have heard that he's a magnificent bottom. And you got to understand, when you get to be Scott's age, you like the bottom because you can still eat your sandwich and move the buttons and watch TV.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, go ahead, dear. Do your thing. I'll just watch the news. Anyway, Max, it's your turn. Max, it's your
I
turn.
am going to take Chicago with the points.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chicago's going to win this game,
Really?
but I think it's going to be the under.
Are you putting money on this?
I'm going to put 50 on it.
50 on the under.
50 on as a parlay.
Oh, you want?
So
So you want the
Chi-
under, and you want the
Chicago plus 1.5.
Chicago. Well, okay, got you.
Because frankly, I don't think the Colts have anything.
They got a running back.
That's great, but at the same time, that Bears defense is not that bad.
Neither is the Colts defense,
That's why you ride the under.
That's a smart thing to do. It's better than Scott riding a mustache. I mean, unless he's
Unless it's Gardner Minshew, yeah.
if it tickles, it tickles, right? All right. I'll tell you what. I'm not touching this game either. I think this is a crap game. I want to see Anthony Richardson survive. Just a little bit longer before I start to even think about him. Go ahead. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I've took Indy on this. I think Indy will be. I'm laying these points. I'm putting 100 on this. I think Indy will smoke the Bears. Even that's what I was meant to say there. I think Caleb Williams is overthrowing everybody, and I just think Anthony Richardson's going to have a better game than him overall. I think that's where they go. And also, Jonathan Taylor is an amazing running back. So I think they've got enough to win this by more than 1.5. Absolutely. I mean, it's probably going to be 6 or something like that. But
Keenan Allen is
I'll
also
take
out for this game as well.
Jesse, who did you go with in this game, by the way?
I went with the Colts.
Cool.
It's this is a toss-up game for me, to be honest with everybody. But I'm gonna slightly lean towards the Colts to win. That's what I did. I picked in my work pool. So
For me, it's a I don't give a fuck game. I couldn't give a shit about this game.
It's two quarterbacks that were overdrafted, and now they're just going to be trying to do their best to run around and make themselves look like they're decent, and it's just going to be a bad game.
One of them does have a bit of an edge in that regard because he does wear some nice nail polish, and he might have some nylons on. So, you never know. He might look good.
John, who are you picking?
Oh, I'm going to pick the Colts in that game just because of their home team.
Okay.
And I do like Jonathan Taylor.
all right, our first big game of the week, and who would have thought we would have said this a couple weeks ago? The Texans and the Vikings with Sam Darnold fucking lighting it up. I mean, who would have thought? Like, seriously.
Not me.
Is Jordan Addison playing? I heard he was injured and possibly out of this game. That would probably
Questionable from yesterday, Jesse, is what I've seen.
All right. Over-under is 45.5. I'd probably lean the over on this a little bit. But the Vikings have a really, really good defense. I'm going to side with the Texans. I'm not going to put no money on
Addison
this.
is out.
Addison is out.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers, Max.
You know what? That changes things just a touch, I guess. I'm going to put 50 on the Texans covering. How about that?
Yeah, I think it's about time we start to figure out whether or not this dude is real or he is the blockhead that we all think he is. I mean,
I think it more has to do with Kevin O'Connell, to be honest with you.
when he hits
Yep.
Jefferson, he hits Jefferson nicely on that crossing pattern. It was a post pattern, and then Jefferson turns around and runs with it for 50 yards.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
look at him week 1 too, though.
Yeah,
You know,
Jefferson's kind of quarterback proof. Addison being out doesn't really move the needle with me. I think it's about high time that Sam Darnold does come back down to earth. This is in Minnesota, so that makes a bit of a difference.
I think Addison being out, it puts more pressure on Justin Jefferson, though. Addison's a good young receiver, and
He's all right.
I
wasn't
think
impressed with him.
they like all the attention for the defensive backs is going to go towards Jefferson's way. So I think it might make things a little bit more difficult. I mean, Jefferson's going to get his. I do
He always
believe
will.
that. But I don't know, this Texans team, man. I think they're flying. They're going to be a team to reckon with in the AFC.
Max, who's the wide receiver that's going to step in for Addison?
Joe Schmo. Give me a moment.
Well, I mean, Joe Schmo, he's had a checkered career. He's been around. He's been practically everywhere at one time or another.
You'd say he's an ageless wonder.
Yeah.
It will be Jalen Naylor.
Jalen Naylor.
Yeah.
Hey, I picked him up in a fantasy league this week, and I think I'm starting him.
Is he ex-Eagles?
No, that's Jalen
no.
Rager.
Oh, it's Rager, isn't it? Yeah. maybe.
Naylor's a third-year player from Michigan State.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing Max did right there. I'm going to take a parlay, and I'm going to take the over. I'm taking the Texans to cover, and I'm taking the over in this football game. I wonder what it would be for me, Scott, to get a Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs touchdown.
Let me look at it now.
Oh,
Yes, please. Oh, and by the way, for the parlay there, I'm putting down $100.
100. Well, I went 50. I already wrote 50, but yeah, 100.
you
That's
said Collins, Jefferson, and
Collins.
Diggs?
And
Yeah, I
Diggs.
got Collins, Jefferson, and Diggs. I've got 8-1 on that.
I'll take that for $50.
Okay.
Oh, you know
This
what?
is in my world of betting because I don't understand your world of betting, Max. The minus
Okay.
105, all that shit. I ain't got a clue. Just give me the
50
give me a
would
give me
win
a
you
fraction.
$702.
I'll take it.
So it's Jefferson, Collins, and Diggs. Did you say?
Yes. The big three.
Nice. Max, do you want to give me your prediction, mate?
I'm going to take Houston minus 1.5. This game for me is going to be close, but I think that Houston's just going to be better than Minnesota.
Like 1
You
and
put
3/4
you-
points better?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 2-point. Like that's a 2-point spread. Is it? I mean, I just think Houston's a better team. I think that Minnesota without Addison's going to hurt because that's going to hurt their passing game. They don't really have another viable option aside from Justin Jefferson. Their running game I don't trust. The only thing about the Texans that scares me is they're going to be starting, I believe, Cam Akers at running back.
Okay.
So it's a good game on paper, but then when you look at the injuries and who's out, that kind of scares it. So
So you're not putting anything on this at the moment, then? Just
I'm
stay
not,
away from
no.
it. Yeah, I got Houston as well. I'm maybe I'm just being crazy. I watched Houston with you boys, with Jesse in the bar, and I was very impressed with what Stroud's doing. He seems like he's continued on for the second year. Collins is a machine. He's in my fantasy as well. Tank Dell also needs to come into this game. I mean, their receiving core is phenomenal. So it's no wonder we've got Noah Brown out of that if
now-
he can't get a game for them. So yeah.
What's up with their running game?
Joe Mixon's out.
Yeah.
And
Cam Akers is.
You just said that.
Yeah, Cam Akers, and I have him on my. I picked him up as a free agent before he was on a team in our dynasty league, and I thought I did pretty well on that. Now he's starting, so maybe he can get me some points.
So I'll lay them points and I'll put 150 on that.
All right.
I think the Texans are going to absolutely smoke them.
All right. Okay. Sam
All right,
Darnold
there's another
comes
big
back
game
in.
right here. I mean, who would have thought Derek Carr and the Saints would be high flying.
What the hell's going on down there?
Alvin
I swear.
Kamara has really looked like, he's hit the fountain of youth. And the Eagles are, they can't get no pass rush. Hurts and Sirianni are going back and forth and don't get along. I like the Saints in this, guys. I think the Saints cover with this, and I am going to put 100 on it as well. The over-under is 49.5, which I think is a little much.
Not me. I'm putting 200 on the over.
Wow.
I'm not touching the rest of it because I'm really not sure
way.
if the Saints have any kind of reality going on here or not. But I'm going on the over this. I mean, dude, I could see this being 38-30. I could see, the Saints have scored over 40 points 2 straight weeks. And, I mean, granted, one was against the Panthers, and then they played a worse team in Dallas. Yeah, I got to tell you there, Jesse, the problem is Dak Prescott's only got a 4-inch pecker. God damn it. I don't know what Jamie Foxx was thinking when he was videotaping me talking about those guys like that, but God dang it, that's what I'm looking for.
So what are you putting on this, John?
Well, I was going to put myself down near the glory hole and see if I could find me a new running back, because Zeke sure seems to be shrinking with age. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put on the over-under. I'm putting 200 on the over.
200 on the over.
Derek Carr, I mean...
Dude threw a lot of touchdown passes last year, and he does have some, pretty high.
He threw a lot of touchdown passes in Las Vegas as well, too. It's just he also would throw interceptions at bad times and
Or he'd
didn't
break
really
his
have
hand at the first time, break his leg.
injuries.
John, are you picking New Orleans for the win?
Yeah, I'm going to take New Orleans to win just because they're at home, but I'm not touching anything else. But
I
just
agree,
for
Deluxe.
the
I agree 100%. They just got a bunch of names. They just don't play well together at all.
For Barkley, dude can he can carry that team. I think.
Yeah,
And I think you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a parlay, and I'm going to do an Alvin Kamara and a Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown.
So
But what
that,
if it's
Jesse, will
anytime,
get you
like
4.5 to 1.
All right, I'm going to put 100 on that.
Honestly, with a game like this and that kind of parlay, you should have to pay them to be allowed to bet it. You shouldn't get 4 to 1.
There's odds on it.
You should get 1 to 4 on that.
That's very good odds, actually. To be fair,
Yeah.
Max,
I'll tell you what, if it's that odds, give me $25 on that.
you want 25 on that as well, John?
Absolutely.
No problem.
Yeah, it's plus 160. So
Yeah.
if I do that, place 100, I'll win 160. It's not bad.
See, I'm getting almost 4 times that price. But maybe that's just British betting.
Yes.
So
Well, that's plus the $100 coming back that you bet.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's
it's
2.6. Was that
yeah, we get
265
260
total?
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
260
So that's like
back.
2.6 to 1 ish, isn't it? That you're getting on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna sweeten that deal just a little bit, and I'm gonna add a Chris Olave, anytime touchdown as well.
What have you got that price there then?
That's gonna be that 100 will get me 556.
This music sucks. I'm turning it off. I prefer our music.
I didn't even hear any music.
To be honest, I didn't even hear it either. I was zoned out.
That's
Max,
fine.
what's your prediction for this one, mate?
I'm going to do a little parlay. I'm going to take the Saints with the points, and I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to put 100 down on that.
Nice.
Oh, it's much better. It's much better.
Yeah, I heard the music because I thought it was one of my tabs was playing something, but I couldn't find it. It was bugging me a little bit. Real quick, because I looked this up during the show yesterday. So we all know the Saints have the most points scored through 2 games. Do you know who's number 2?
Well,
Tampa Bay?
Tampa.
Tampa
No.
scored a hell of a lot of points.
It's
The
not
Vikings,
us,
is it?
surely.
It's Arizona.
Yeah, they've been scoring. Yeah, I yeah.
Arizona has 69 points scored so far, and I just want to point out,
You know,
I
if,
said
the
they'd be a
trouble
good
is,
offense.
you know, if Kyler Murray is in a 69, what do you think? He's going to be like licking her navel.
Yeah, belly button.
To be fair, John, when he actually walked past me and Jesse, that dude is small.
I'm not kidding. I am not teasing.
What do you think Jerry Jones thinks of him?
Well, God dang it! You know he's got the littlest one in the league. I would have to think so, but he plays like it's at
Y'all
least
keep
a half a
talking.
foot long.
Well, I'm actually taking Philadelphia in this game, which I know is against
Really?
the odds. Yeah, because I hate the Saints. Can't fucking stand them. I don't know what it is. It's just every time I bet on the Saints, they balls me up, so I don't bet on the Saints anymore. But I hate the Eagles more. I don't like the Saints for whatever reason. There's one of them teams who I just can't get behind for whatever reason. I mean, I expected Dennis Allen to be the first coach fired this year,
That is
and they got
weird.
off to an absolute flyer.
He might be the first
So-
coach extended.
Hating the Saints
He
is like
could
saying I hate evergreen trees. Something way off the wall like that.
I don't obviously I can't stand Philly, but I just think Philly will have enough here to win this game.
All right.
All right.
Hang
Well,
on
we
a
got
second, I gotta get some
AFC
water.
Showdown, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are at home against the LA Chargers. Steelers are favored by 3, which is kind of surprising.
had it at
Over under
3?
is,
You found it.
I got it at 2. I got it
I
at
had it
2.5.
at 2.5.
let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's 2.5 now, John. He may have done these yesterday. It could have came down.
It's all right.
But the Chargers are, I don't know, man. I like the Chargers. I really like the Chargers, and this might be a kind of a hometown line, I guess. But I'm taking the Chargers to outright win.
So am I.
And I'm going to put a hundo down on it. And yeah,
This line was as of about noon, so it's if it's
Today?
gone if it's
It's at
changed.
2.5 now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
changed
2.5.
in the last. Well, yeah, I did that at about 1 o'clock. I would say this one.
So
it's like I don't trust the quarterback situation over there. I mean, I like the Steelers defense, but that's about it.
Is Herbert's not going to play?
it's what I was about to ask. Is Herbert playing?
He's doubtful, isn't he?
Okay, hold on now.
That
And
changes a lot.
also,
If
for
Herbert's
me,
playing, this is a laugher of a line.
and for me in this game as well, you know, it's not really as big of a deal, but it always is going to stick with me. It's the West Coast team flying across the country for a 1 o'clock start. You know,
Yeah.
and while Jesse's looking at, I'm going to take Pittsburgh minus 2.5. I think that the Chargers' strength is their run game, and the Pittsburgh strength on defense is their run defense. I think that's just playing right into it, and I think it's going to be a good smash mouth 16-10 ball game.
Playing a week 3 first.
So you're going to take the under?
I'm not going to take anything regarding that. I'm just taking Steelers minus.
Just taking the
2.5.
Steelers, yeah. I got you.
I listen. If Herbert's not playing, it's still questionable. They're optimistic that he can play. Then cancel my bet. But
I got you.
I'm gonna stick with that until. And I think even if he doesn't play, I'm still gonna pick the Chargers to win.
Easton Stick.
I
That's
mean,
their backup. Easton Stick.
And they also wait, because they also have Taylor
Heineke.
Oh, they do have Taylor Heineke. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the Chargers.
Chargers by $1 million.
What I'm going to I'm taking the Chargers to win this game, regardless of whether it's Stick or Heineke. And if it's Heineke, I'm going to go ahead and put a parlay down that say Quentin Johnston is wide open and has to stop, turn around, come back for the ball, and it's almost intercepted, knocked down, and the Chargers, that's when they lose. But okay, so it was 2.5. You know, I'm just not touching this game because I think that over/under is just about right. You know, and I'll tell you what, tomorrow I might call you up, Scotty. Let's see if Heineke starts. I might just go with this because he's got that kind of one-game spark plug bullshit. We'll see.
I'm
And
taking
J.K.
the Chargers
Dobbins
here.
has been rolling.
Yeah,
J.K.
that's he's the man.
I know.
Absolutely.
I bet on Gus Edwards in my fantasy leagues because I figured Dobbins would last his usual 3 plays, and that didn't work out. Not yet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I agree, Pete. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm taking the Chargers here. So, but again, I want to stay away from this game. I don't want anything to do with it betting wise.
This game's going to be
tough.
over in about an hour. You watch.
Yeah.
The clock's never going to stop.
All right, we got the Denver Broncos
Broccoli's,
at
The Broncos.
the Buccos. The Bucks, man, they're good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Buccaneers are favored by 6.5. I'm going to take the Bucks.
Yep.
I'm going to lay those points.
Yep.
And I'm going to take the over because I think the Buccaneers could probably score about 40 points. And I'm
Do you want them
going
as separate or as a parlay?
let's do that parlay, and I'll put 50 on that.
I'm doing the same exact thing, but I'm doing 100. They're going to feast on the Broncos. The Broncos, dude, Bo Nix is just awful.
Yeah.
They're going to grab him, throw him around, knock him out. Just show him, look, you're going to be homeless in Tampa Bay wondering where your plane is because you're going to be so wandering in the streets, dazed, confused. Yeah, man, Buccaneers are going to roll this game. And Scott is so intently writing. We have to get him a feather quill. Where we have to at least paste we've got to paste.
No, I'm actually going to use a spreadsheet now. I'm going to put this into a spreadsheet and try and up technology and see how I go.
Retiring the big embossed book.
It's only because the big embossed book is running out of pages.
He's gotten himself a typewriter form.
I think I've got till about week 7 and then I'm done.
Right on.
Max,
Everybody has to kick in for a new big embossed book for Scott. We need volume 2.
So I'm actually going to take an alternate spread on this game.
Oh,
And
fucking fancy.
I'm going to parlay it with a touchdown. I'm going to say the
bougie.
Bucks are going to be minus 10.5.
Jesus.
They are going to dog walk this Broncos team.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Mike Evans is going to score a touchdown.
Okay.
And I don't know how Scott does his betting, but at the American way, I have that at a plus 340.
cool. That's fine. That's all I need to know. I've got a calculator that works out what your American betting is. So if you can tell me that it's plus 340, that's pretty cool.
I'm putting 100 on that.
Ooh.
So Peter asked
Big
this
monies.
Does Sean Payton survive the season?
I think Sean does. I think Peyton's running this organization from pretty much
I think so.
top to bottom, other than the inner suite. So I think he's going to have at least another 2 years to try to make it right. I don't think he's going to.
No.
I think it was a huge mistake for Peyton to go after Bo Nix with the 12th overall pick, and
I'm thinking
he
you're seeing
didn't have a choice though.
what you're seeing is a guy who is without a Hall of Fame quarterback. And I know you can say chicken or the egg, the coach or the quarterback, but the fact was Drew Brees was a very highly regarded quarterback prior. He was drafted highly. The Chargers just gave up on him. He had a hurt shoulder. The Dolphins declined him because of the injury, and he got lucky, man. And then, they got lucky with a 7th-round draft pick that could catch anything you threw within fucking 30 feet of him with what was his name? Mark Colston?
Yeah, Marquise Colston.
Marquise Colston.
And then don't forget too, they had Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Coming at the end of the career.
And look,
Right.
in the NFL in this day and age, you
And
have
credit
to have
Peyton.
a quarterback.
Credit Peyton for that. But, yeah, it makes it easier when you got that guy.
Long are the days where you can put a Trent Dilfer out there and run and play defense, all the way to the Super Bowl.
Let me clarify that. That was a season in which they got a 2,000-yard rusher. All right.
That's what I said. is
right.
You can't run your way to a Super Bowl anymore and play defense.
If you have a 2,000-yard rusher and one of the greatest defenses, if not the greatest defense of all time,
What are you saying?
The 2000 Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens.
They
Trent
didn't have
Dilfer.
a 2,000-yard rusher.
Yes, they did.
No, they
It
didn't.
was,
Lewis did in 03.
Oh, he did in 03. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that
so
was
either
the
way-
year-
Well, he still
was
had
the
like 1,500 yards, didn't he?
Yeah, but that was the year that they didn't go a month without scoring a touchdown,
Yeah, I know.
and they still went 2-2.
Right, because they were playing against us. We had Tony Banks, and I think we beat them.
We
gave them
did.
their first loss.
Yeah.
All right,
Was that
so
before you were born, Max?
No, I was 4. Let's be honest here, I
Man.
was 4 during that season.
But anyways, like I said, long are those days. You have to have a quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, it's just not going to fucking happen. Period.
all right, well,
I'm taking Tampa Bay on this. I'm laying the points as $150 on it. I just think they'll outright win this game by a minimum of 10.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
I think
right,
Max's alternate line is pretty good, actually, to be fair. I think that's a great bet.
I think I owe people this.
Should I just correct you about that 2000 season real quick? Because we didn't have Tony Banks.
I thought we had Tony Banks for a few games.
That was 01.
01. Jesus
2000, we had Brad Johnson as our quarterback. That was Norv's final year as the head coach.
Right, he got.
We
fired
started
halfway
the
through
season. We started 7-4.
That was the year we had
playoffs.
freaking. The Cowboys were dragging what's his name around the carpet. Jeff George.
Yep,
While our offensive line stood there and looked at him.
We got Norv get fired after losing to Dallas on Monday Night Football.
Peter, who was their other running back? They had another running back that year too that I thought had a good rushing season as well. Someone looked that up for the Ravens.
I don't know. Packers and Titans. This line's kind of interesting.
They had Priest Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Priest Holmes.
Yeah. And how many yards did he rush? About 800, something like that.
588.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a
Still, I mean
2000
that's
dish,
pretty good. Pretty good year for rushing. But it was their defense that won that Super Bowl, and we're never going to see that again. All right.
I think the closest one you could say with that is 2013, but aside the fact.
Okay. The
All right.
Packers, an interesting team. Is Jordan Love playing?
No.
That's the question.
So they did
Nice,
bring
Malik
up.
Willis.
They brought up Sean Clifford from the practice squad today.
Saw that, yeah.
So that would tell me no.
Right. Now, is Sean Clifford a big red dog?
Hey, he was a Penn State kid.
All right.
Was.
Sean
Yeah.
Clifford.
Yep, I know. All right, I like this line. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're a Packers fan, you might like this line.
I do.
But without Jordan Love, I mean, what real offense does the Packers have? I mean, Willis played a good game last week. Okay game, I guess. The Titans are offensively a mess. I think they can be all right defense. But, fuck it. I'm taking the Packers.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
They're going to plus the points and put 50 on it. Yeah, I just can't do it with the Titans. I cannot do it. We cannot do it with fucking Mayo and Coffee Levis.
Mayo Levis, yeah.
It just doesn't add up to me.
Nope.
Can't do it.
I agree, and this is the Malik Willis revenge game. He's going to come back.
Yes.
He's going to throw 100 yards, isn't he?
He's going to throw for 105.
113 yards.
He's going to rush for
Put it in the Hall of
75
Fame.
and a touchdown. So I'm taking the Packers, the 2.5 points. I'm taking and I'm going to go ahead and take Malik Willis for a rushing touchdown.
How much on that, John?
I'm going to put 50 on it. I don't believe in him nearly as much as his mother does.
What kind of no shit, Peter. What kind of dumb turnover is Will
That's what I was
Levis
gonna
going to?
That was what I was going to say. Is what picture of Levis is going to come out? Is he going to be here? Is he going to be in this angle? Is he going to try and throw a ball behind the back like you can do in Madden now? Like,
Who knows, man? Maybe he tries to bounce one off his head.
Scotty, I'm gonna parlay a Green Bay +3. I had it at 3, so I'll take 2.5, and I'm gonna say the under of 37, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
put
it is at
50 on
3
that.
now, actually.
But I'll take whatever spread you guys had it at with Green Bay.
Got
The under in $50.
I'm exactly the same. I'm going with Green Bay, but I don't want to put any money on this at all. I just want to stay away from it because you just never know. Tennessee or Tennessee.
Nah. I think the Packers have him coaches wise. I think they'll be
Well,
able to
if they rush like they did last week, then absolutely.
Yeah,
I said
I
Malik
like
Willis.
Green Bay's running game. I mean, they play it well, play it safe. I think Christian. They need to get Watson involved in that offense, though.
Oh, 100%.
Willis
He's on
is
my
getting
fantasy
comfortable.
team.
He's going to get comfortable.
I mean, even before Jordan Love got hurt, it was like he was just not involved. Man, he's not involved at all in that game.
Week 1,
Romeo Dobbs was the biggest receiver last week,
was-
which is
Jalen Reed.
It was Jalen Reed, but Watson got his.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown, but I
Yes.
don't think he did much of anything else other than like maybe 2 or
he
3
got me
receptions and a TD.
eight fantasy points.
Yeah, 'cause
8.
he scored. He caught I think 2 passes, and one of them was for a touchdown.
He had
So that's
3
2
catches
points.
for 13 yards and a touchdown. Oh,
Yeah.
he's sitting down now.
No, I figured I'd do you. This is what it's like to watch Scouts on a podcast.
No, this is like what it is. Yo, bro. Hey, bro. Your mic must be off, John.
No, my mic's up there. That's
Oh.
down with me now.
Oh, you sound better. All right.
Here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming down to me now.
Ooh, game of the week right here.
How's it better?
100%.
The Panthers and the Raiders.
The Panthers and the Raiders. Right.
Who's the quarterback for the Raiders?
Gardner Minshew.
Fucking Gardner Minshew, baby.
Yeah, they're fucking losing.
No, they are not. Please. I believe Gardner Minshew is one of the leaders in the fucking NFL for touchdown passes right now. And
No,
he is going
he's
to walk this. Yes, he is.
No, because the Panthers have the Red Rocket under center, and they are going to come out firing. I mean, Max's twin is the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers now. So I'm taking the Panthers plus the points.
Do you want to walk that sentence back before I tell you how wrong you are, Dad?
Go ahead, please.
Gardner Minshew is tied for 13th in the league for passing.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Out of eligible people right now, it is Derek Carr and Baker Mayfield.
We now have a fact checker on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast.
I thought he said Minshew, you know. I was watching the ESPN, you know.
He's still stuck at Washington State.
No, man, I'll tell you what. The mustache and the mullet. I'm riding him in fantasy this week.
That's all. He should not be allowed to play in the NFL. All right, I'm taking the Raiders to win, but I'm taking Carolina to cover.
No.
Woohoo!
Not a chance.
No.
With Andy Dalton at quarterback.
With the Red Rocket, yeah, man.
It doesn't matter.
I'm going to watch that game and just picture Max with a freaking.
You know who else is going to be watching that game? People who cut themselves just to feel something. People who are standing on the edge of a chair with a rope around their neck going, please give me some reason. You could probably go to that game. Oh, it's not. It's in Vegas. It's too bad, because if it was in Charlotte, dude, maybe a 2-hour drive for you.
It's not
and
far.
$1 to get in the door, and you're in there.
Yeah, tickets were like $6.27. I think the last that I
Jesse
checked.
would pull in the parking lot, and the freaking guy at the gate would be like, "Hey, you, you,
Someone's here.
come on, come on."
No, but listen. I think this is going to be a closer game than you guys think. I do think the Raiders are going to win, but I think with the new quarterback, I do think there's going to be a little jolt to this Carolina Panthers team.
Okay,
You're
but see,
implying that offense has anything that's usable.
right, a little jolt could
They
be
got
like
that
they
one.
do.
They got that one new receiver, Leggett. That have you seen his freaking
Xavier
interviews? Yeah.
No, I haven't heard him talk.
He is so
man.
southern, it is
Oh,
wild.
it's
Oh wait, I have heard him talk. Yes,
Yeah.
he is fun. He is fun.
yeah, he is fun to listen to. But yeah, I think this is probably the closest the Panthers are going to get to a win this year. And yeah,
I don't
what
know.
the fuck happened to Max?
I don't know.
Everyone.
I'm here. I'm
Who's that?
sorry.
There he is. Look,
Must have
Imagine
to
being
adjust himself or
a
something.
Carolina Panthers fan. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't imagine it, Scott. We've
been there.
We've
We've been there.
for years.
yeah.
I know, but isn't it great now that you're not the absolute laughing stock and you don't have an owner like David Tepper? You know
David
what I mean?
Tepper. That's right.
Is he going to throw his drink on somebody this game?
Maybe.
Dude, he's gonna have to go find somebody to
Yeah,
throw
you
it
gotta,
at.
I was just gonna say thing. He's gonna have to. Walk
It's in
the
Vegas.
stands
There'll
and
be
find
people there.
somebody.
There'll be people at his door in a
Oh, that's
second
true.
with noses that look like this. Sir, did you just throw a drink somewhere? your drink hit Mr. Giancoletti. All right,
All right,
so,
Max. I know you're coming with me, right? You're coming with me to the Carolina side.
No.
Oh,
Vegas
fuck
minus
off.
6.5. Look, Carolina might not win a game. They're that.
I don't
bad.
think they're going to win a game, but I think they're going to cover this one.
No, I'm taking go ahead, Scott, because I don't want to confuse Scotty. I haven't made my bet yet, but go ahead, Max.
No, Scott's got it. The other redhead.
Yeah, it is a Raiders win by an absolute country mile, 10,
Y'all are
maybe
all
even
pussies.
14 points. I'm going to lay the points here. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to lay these points, and I'm going to say, yeah, Vegas wins this easy. I'm going to put 50 on it.
Karen, we need a picture. I need that picture of Scott with that mustache. Oh, Jesus Christ, my dog wants it too. But no, seriously, I'm going to put a mullet on it, and we're going to have our own picture of Gardner Minshew.
Why not?
He's got to put some jorts on for it.
John, what's your bet here? What are you doing?
I'm taking the Raiders laying that 6.5 points, and I'm going to put $150 down on it. I'm not touching the over/under, but I think, the Raiders are going to walk them because Gardner Minshew is that guy. He is that fucking guy.
That's fucking terrible.
He's going to throw a touchdown. He's going to go, all right, and do it again.
All right, I wasn't going to put money on this, but y'all forced my fucking hand.
Go ahead.
Okay, and
Go
I'm
ahead.
putting 50 on Carolina covering.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Carolina, when you say it might give them a jolt, have you ever had you ever been in a restaurant and you see that the fish is super fresh and its tail just kind of goes flip real quick before when they're done while they're making the sushi, it just goes flip. That's really about it. They're still gonna get diced up. They're still gonna get
I think
served with some
the Red
wasabi.
Rocket is back, baby. The Red Rocket.
Hang on a sec.
I missed that ringtone.
All right. Who we got next? All right, the
This is an interesting
Seahawks
one.
are at home facing the Tualus Dolphins.
The Skylar Thompson-led Dolphins.
Yeah, and the Seahawks are favored by 4.5, and I think this line is a little short.
So do I.
I'm thinking it should be more like 5.5, 6. The Dolphins look bad without Tua. They looked bad.
Well, they were also shaken up by the severity of Tua's injury. By the way, I did speak to Tua. He's doing much better.
I mean, they were looking bad with Tua too before he got hurt.
I mean,
so.
his interceptions were bad.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day. He told me.
I
said
like
Tua.
what the Seahawks are doing. I like Mike McDonald. I don't think it's going to last, but give me the Seahawks laying the points. And I'm going to take the over in this game as well, too, because I do think the Dolphins can run the ball, and they will run the ball in this game.
Do you want 50 on it each, Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Max, go ahead, mate.
I'm not going to put any money onto it, but I'm going to say the Seahawks are going to cover. This game, I don't think is really going to be close. And I think that, again, Miami.
Got to pick a winner for winner's sake, just for the books. So.
Yeah, Seahawks minus 4.5. But I think that the thing that we're not realizing as well is Miami going all the way across the country. There's only that's the farthest team to team distance, and it's going to be ugly.
John?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks. I'm going to lay that 4.5 points. They got that running back Charbonnet. I'm going to go ahead and put him down for
Yeah, I
a
like Zach
touchdown
Charbonnet.
and over 50 yards rushing. So if that can be made into a parlay right there, I would like that. I will also. That over under scares me because they aren't the Dolphins. Skylar, whatever his name is, Skylar Thompson. He's not very good, but they got speed, man, and speed is hard
That's
to
the
contain.
thing, yeah.
And
they got like 5 running backs that are fucking awesome.
Well,
Wait
most
till
of-
this kid Jalen Wright comes to.
When he can
Yeah.
get a chance to get some carries. But Mostert's been out, so he has been getting a few. But shit, it seems like all they got to do is just get it to Ashane, and that dude is lightning. So, I tell you what, Scott, that parlay I just gave you, give me $50 on that, and then I'm going to take it and add to that and put the over.
Okay.
There we go. That's it.
So we've got the over, a 50-yard rush in from Chardonnay plus
With
a TD.
touchdown, right?
And I've got the Seahawks giving the points.
That's it.
Right, that works out to be 5.5 to 1 is what I've got it at.
All right, that's good.
Right on.
Right on.
What you got?
Okay, for me, I've just got the Seahawks absolutely battering these. I'll lay the points as well. I'll put 100 on this. Seahawks to win this easy. Like Max says, it's about travel sometimes as well. And if you're going longest coast to coast, that's going to hurt, especially when you've got a backup quarterback in town as well. And the Seahawks are actually pretty good. I mean, Metcalf's on fire at the minute as well. He is doing bits. So, give me the Seahawks.
He's doing bits.
I don't know.
He's
All right.
out there. Hey, a frog walks into a bank.
This is
Stay with
probably one of the,
The game of the
absolute
day.
game of the week right here. Offensive explosions right here. Lions.
It's a
my
huge
team-
line, though, Jesse.
Yeah. The over-under's crazy, 51.5. Lions are favored by 3, traveling to Arizona. I think a lot of points are going to get scored in this game. I think the Lions will win this game, and they will cover. This is going to be like a 38-31 type of game, I believe. So give me the Lions laying the points.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to put 100 on it.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do the same doggone thing, except I'm going the other way. Give me the Cardinals and those 3 points, and then I'm going to take the over, and I'm going to put $100 down on that. Give me two touchdowns for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Included in the over as a parlay or separately?
Separately.
Okay. All right. So what? 100 again on Marvin Harrison?
No, 50 on
touchdowns.
Marvin Harrison for 2 touchdowns. This is like sitting around with your bookie, Scott. I feel like I should be in like the back corner of a pub with this guy.
I need like a toothpick.
Yeah, he needs a couple of big dudes hanging around. Make sure you say thank you before you leave.
I'm gonna do a. Go ahead, Max.
2
I
seconds.
got a TD prop that I want to do too.
Okay. So, Scotty, I'm gonna take Arizona +3. I think that they're gonna win this game. I think this is gonna be the game where Arizona's gonna come out and say, "Hey, here we are."
We're home.
So are you actually back in Arizona for the win for the book?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Same with you,
I
John.
don't. I just don't think they're that good.
Same thing. I'm kidding. Well, if I'm taking those 3 points, I'm going to go ahead
Yeah, I
and
know
say
what you're saying. Yeah.
right. I might as well. I mean, it could be a 2-point game and I lose it, but I'm going to say fuck it. If I'm taking the 3 points, I'm going to say Arizona's going to win. Kyler Murray is playing his little tiny ass off.
He is.
He really is.
Scott, I'm gonna parlay that with 2 other things. I'm gonna have MHJ at 150 yards, and I'm gonna say the over's gonna be smashed.
MHJ 150 yards and over.
And I'm
smashed.
gonna put 50 on it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Arizona with points. Okay, and that is $50. I will tell. Can we work out what that is? Because I haven't got a clue what that would actually be.
You do that. My dogs have been looking at me for a half an hour. They're like on their
Okay, what is it?
So it's
Arizona
Marvin Harrison
+3.
Jr.
All right, hold on a second. You got
Sorry.
Arizona +3.
Marvin Harrison 150 yards plus, and the over.
Marvin Harrison. And the over is. And how much you putting on there?
50.
Well, will you win you 1,500?
Oof.
That's a crazy
That's a
parlay
big-
right there.
That's a crazy parlay. That.
Just never will hit.
I'm gonna. What would Aiden Hutchinson 2 sacks give me
Freaking,
plus a Marvin Harrison touchdown?
I don't
See,
see where
one
you
sack. One sack is 198
Okay.
or minus 198. It won't let you do 2.
It won't let you do 2. I'll take that 198. And
Minus
then for
198.
Yeah, minus 198 plus at any time TD from Marvin. Let me put it in mine and I'll see what I get here. I get
Be ballsy, Scott. Go with two TDs for Marvin.
2 TDs. No. I get 2.5 to 1 for that, so I'll take that. 2.5 to 1. I'll put 100 on that.
Karen, imagine how much more exciting your life would be if he'd take a shot like that. Just 2 TDs for Marvin Harrison.
But
If
I'm
Scott
back in
rolled the
Detroit.
dice
I'm,
like-
I'm with you, Jesse. Detroit are winning this game. No doubt about it in my mind.
Two touchdowns for Marvin is plus 1,000.
Oof.
Yeah, I got I want my prop is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown, Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown, and Sam Laporta. Actually, no. I'll put Marvin Harrison anytime touchdown. That is what the hell? I gotta take something out of here. I think that's plus 9 or plus 860.
And how much you putting on that?
100.
100. Wow. We're just
No, I'm sorry,
spunking
50. I'm just going to do 50.
We're just spunking money
That
on the
won me
wall here. Yeah.
400.
That's good. Okay, so 2 Lions, 2 Arizona. That'll be an interesting score here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to watch. I might watch that game, you know. What time's kickoff on that game? Does anyone know? Is it at 1 p.m.?
No,
It's a 4 o'clock game.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to do another Sam Laporta, James Conner, and David Montgomery for 400. Or
So
50.
Sam Laporta, David Montgomery, and who is the other one?
James
Conner.
Yeah, for 50. That won me 425. One of those should hit. There's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. A lot of scoring. All right. This is an interesting game right here. Mm-hmm. This is an interesting game right here. Baltimore Ravens need a win. Dallas Cowboys need a win. Mm-hmm. Ravens are favored by 1.5 on the road in Dallas. Over under is 47.5. Neither one of these teams have played well this season. I got to go the Ravens here, guys. I think they're the favorite. I think Lamar Jackson needs to settle down and start hitting his stride. I don't believe in the Cowboys. I don't think they did anything to really help that team this offseason. And Jerry Jones is just stuck in his owner's office measuring dicks apparently.
God damn it. We're going to find out who's got the big ones this weekend.
True. I got the Ravens. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. I'm going to put 50 on the under.
I think that's a pretty good bet. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm 50 with the 1.5 and 50 on the under.
50 on the under. Baltimore. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just watching Liam Gallagher play at Wembley Stadium, so it's pretty cool.
All right. Yeah. Wonderwall.
I don't know what he's doing actually. I can't hear it, so I've got it on mute. But
How big's
I'll
his
watch it
dick?
back.
Can he play any? What can he play? Can he kick or can he play punter or anything? Ah, dang.
Max.
I'm going to take Baltimore minus 1.5. Baltimore's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think so too.
They better. They better. If not, man, they're in
If
trouble.
Baltimore falls to 0-3, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I'm with
I
you
don't
too.
see it happen. I just don't see it happening.
Tell you what, I'd be shopping at the glory holes on Monday morning. That's for goddamn sure.
how much you putting on that, Joe? Max 50, did you say?
For that, I'm not doing any
Oh, you're
finance.
not doing anything. You just
No.
Okay, cool. Just Baltimore win.
Yeah.
I've got you. I'm the same as you. Just a Baltimore win. I think they are going to win this game, but you just never know. It's Dallas, and they just need to lose. They need to lose. Next.
All right. Did
maybe
you put
we
yours
can meet-
out, Scotty?
Yeah, I just said Baltimore will win this. I don't want anything to do with it.
All right.
Money wise.
The
It's a good game again.
Niners
Good game again.
facing
This.
the beat up LA Rams. And Rams are hurting right now.
You
It's
can't
like-
say beat up without including the Niners in that sentence.
Well, Christian McCaffrey's hurt with the Niners.
And Debo.
And Debo.
And Kittle.
Samuel and Kittle.
Kittle's not
Kittle's
out.
out. Yes, he
Kittle's
is
out.
Well,
Yeah.
look, the Rams are still more beat up than the 49ers are. I'm going to stay away from this because of all the injuries, but I'm going to take the 49ers to win.
Yep. John.
I'm going to take the 49ers to win. I'm not going to bet on the game, but I will go ahead and say anytime touchdown for, I believe his name is Jordan Whittington.
Who?
Yes, Jordan Whittington, wide receiver, Los Angeles Rams. And I'm going to put $50 on the anytime touchdown for Whittington. Whittington's a rookie, and I'll tell you what, he's big like Puka Nacua. They have a habit of pulling wide receivers deep in the draft, and it's his opportunity.
Max, what do you think?
I think the Rams are going to win this game. I'm going to say the Rams plus 6.5. I think the 49ers offense is just too beat up.
Man, so is the Rams. Though. They're out like 3 offensive linemen.
Yeah.
They're tight end.
Right. But look,
2 of their top pass catchers.
You're looking at two of the best play designers in the league in this game, and I trust McVay more than Shanahan.
Oof.
Are you saying that is Cooper Cup playing, or is he in
Cup is
He's
out.
Cup's out.
Wow. Okay,
Cooper
so
Kupp,
there, so
Puka
there,
Nakua's
so,
out. Tyler Higbee's out.
so
3 of their
they're-
offensive
they're-
linemen.
they're going with
they're
Lab
hurting.
McConkey then, basically.
No,
he's
McConkey's
a
on the Chargers.
Oh yeah, of course he
unless-
is. Duh.
The Rams
they leave him
wide
in the
receiver,
locker
the Rams wide receiver one's going to be DeMarcus Robinson.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a 4-leg
Oh my god.
parlay. No,
Four-leg.
I'm just kidding.
That's about how many
Are you
healthy
serious,
legs. That's how many healthy legs are going to be on the field.
I was going to say yeah. Chicken legs, yeah. Maybe.
No, but I'm gonna take a Jordan Mason touchdown, a Kyron Williams touchdown, and a Brandon Ayuk touchdown.
Just add another one. You're already at 3.
Throw a Jordan Whittington on there. You'll be pleased.
All right, fuck it, DeMarcus Robinson touchdown.
All right, there you go. You went the wrong way there.
All any time. What would that get you, mate?
50 will get me $1,368.
Holy smokes!
I'm actually gonna put $10 on it right now.
In real life.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to take the 49ers for this win. I don't know why. I just think they're going to have enough defensively, probably. 6.5 is probably a little bit too high with all the injuries. But, yeah, I'll just take the 49ers. I'll just take them. I don't know why. And it's our favourite Cheats. Cheats is the next game, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is, yeah. Cheats.
Hey guys.
I fucking hate the Chiefs, man.
Chiefs
Chiefs just...
All right, I was about to say the San Diego Chiefs. What the fuck? The Kansas City Chiefs and the Kirk Cousins Falcons. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons. Chiefs are favored by only 3. That's kind of an interesting line right here. I mean, am I off by that? Y'all think this is kind of a...
I think it's low.
I think it's low,
Very
but
low.
I think that they don't know what they've got in the Chiefs right now, and I think they don't know what they've got in the Falcons right now. So they're going to throw it at a normal old fucking hometown line, even though the Chiefs are on the road.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the way Falcons played last week.
Well, I mean, in the last couple of minutes, yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb right here, and I'm gonna say the Falcons win this game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins on a freaking night game.
Bijan is going to run it down the Chiefs' throats. I think Cousins is getting used to his playmakers over there in Atlanta. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those games like we have them every single week. There's a good team that you're not expecting to loses, and I think it's going to be the Chiefs this week.
Well, I'll tell you what. For me, I think I'm going to take the Chiefs to win. I don't think the Falcons are just there yet. Kirk Cousins has a habit in the highest spotlights to come up short.
He's been better though lately, though.
I guess so, but you know what? With all of this nonsense that we talk about how bad Terry McLaurin has been, with his stats are almost identical to Drake London. So Kirk has not found anybody really, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a good running back. He keeps trying to get Darnell Mooney the ball. Hello,
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I mean, but he hasn't really gotten him much either. But just fucking leave Darnell Mooney alone, for Christ's sakes. His mother didn't care, and she named him Darnell Mooney, for God's sakes. And of course, that is no offense to anybody named Darnell or Mooney, unless they're both together. And then, you see how it goes. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm going to lay those 3 points. I'm going to put $50 down on it, and I'm going to go ahead and take the over for another $50. The over.
Are the Chiefs going to do that?
Chiefs going to do what?
Are the Chiefs going to hit the over by themselves?
No, over under in the game is going to be for both of them. No, they're not going to hit the over. They're not going to score 47 points this week. You think they could? I don't think so.
Look, I'm going to quote you. Mahomes can do anything against anybody. But in terms of for this game, with what we've seen, the Chiefs are going to win this game. It's going to be 24-17. It's going to be low scoring. Scott, give me the Chiefs -3.
Money?
Nah.
Oh, come on, Max. It's only a mythical £1,000. It's fine.
Scott, you calling me that? Goodness.
I meant dollars. Sorry.
No, he was in Walmart while he was here in the States, and he looked at her and said, "You can eat the Oreos, love. It's only a mythical £1,000."
Scott, how's the wife liking all those peanut M&Ms, by the way?
Mate, they're going down well. Yeah, not just that. I like the Jolly Ranchers, but the kids are eating. Kids are eating the sweets too, and I've had to hide the Butterfingers. I like them.
Haven't had to get the plunger out and anything. She hasn't choked on anything. Everything's going perfect.
But you can't get peanut butter M&Ms. What I did get was I got 1.8 kilos of 1.8 pounds of hot tamales. Holy shit!
Oh, the little
they
candies.
are. Yeah, they're decent.
Okay.
I like hot tamales, but you can't have more than 5 in at once because that's like terrible.
That's
you
what
will
you-
burn the inside of your throat.
Just
105.30.
Scott's
Don't
like a
mistake him.
chipmunk. He's got 1,000 Mike and Ikes in his cheek.
Just don't mistake
Yeah.
them for suppositories. You'll be
They're
all right.
not. Yeah. Good
Well, I
point.
mean, is that really a problem you might have?
I mean, you never know.
To comment on what
So
Scott
the question
just
is,
said.
the question, Jesse, is this: which one would you think you have to go up the ass, Mike or Ike?
Well, Hank, pause. To comment on what
Yeah,
Scott,
exactly.
you guys are building, there's a quarterback in college whose last name is Orgy this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we have that guy
I
connected.
bet he's
and we
fun
have
at parties.
Can you imagine if he was in the same team as Colson Yankov?
Yank off an orgy.
Orgy the Yank.
It's Yankov to Orgy, Orgy to Yankov. Yeah, whatever. That's a great
That's
show.
15 yards. He's giving him the business in there.
The coldest, the coldest Crawford. Oh, and there's Shitter. He's made the defensive play.
Scott, you're getting called out in the chat.
I know, yeah. Scott ate all the Butterfingers. Yeah, right. Okay, nice one. Not yet. They're only minis as well.
Well, that's a new picture. Look at that.
It is. That's the bit.
You look 12 with a fucking beard on there.
I wasn't able to grow a beard then,
Did you,
because I was in the military then.
I don't
and
think you're.
I thought,
I,
wonder
I,
what-
I still
and I
don't think
thought,
you can
oh,
grow a beard there.
I
Scott.
can't now. No, I thought I wonder what I look like with a beard.
Oh, Van
It is the
Dyke.
same hair. Yeah, it's the same hair.
So the butt fingers are yours.
The Butterfingers are mine. Yeah, I like them a lot. They cost a normal size Butterfinger that you buy over here is about, I think it's £1.80. So that's about $2.20 ish.
What's a normal
$2.30.
size?
Just a normal regular chocolate
honestly,
bar. A regular chocolate
You can
bar.
buy them here that are. You can buy them.
I don't know what's a regular
That's just
chocolate
big.
bar. I don't know.
I mean,
It's hard
a
to say,
regular
but-
is about this big for a Butterfinger.
They have like 19
Really?
sizes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh,
They
fuck
try
it.
to
I
sell
don't know.
you.
But Scott,
more
they make the king size, which is about this big.
It is.
I love them. They're
Then
nice.
they have the quad packs where there's like 4 mini bars in one, and then
Butterfinger could really
upcharge it.
do a good service for its people by including a toothpick in every goddamn wrapper.
True, but they're not good. They're not good if you're diabetic. That's for sure. Yeah.
you can have
Do
one,
not eat them.
Like
I
once
love
a
it
year.
when you look at it. Yeah, exactly. I look at it and I read, and the first ingredient is sugar. Then the second ingredient is high fructose corn. Shut up, Peter. Oh, God. Right, can we move on? Can we move
Monday
on?
night.
Two
He
games.
probably said
Perfect.
he said I want some pussy on my chin.
That's not unusual, John. So don't worry about it.
Really?
Oh,
Explains why he's eating butter.
Ba-da-bum.
we're about to see the lights just get cut out in that studio.
Yeah, exactly. You see a big right hand coming in. Talking about watching the boxing, this is going to happen in my house in about 4 minutes.
Scott will hit the deck.
All right, our first Monday night game. The Jags and the Bills.
It's
Bills
the
are favored
Jags.
by 1.5, and the over
Now
under
we see.
5.
Now we see she's gonna knock the shit out of Scott here.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Scott. You're first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I am taking Buffalo for the win. Jags are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And Trish, she'll tell you herself. If your quarterback is sitting there and doesn't know the answer and says we're trash right now in his post-game press conference, that isn't a good thing. You just paid this guy $50 million a year on an extension, and he absolutely bricks himself at every opportunity when it's on the line. Especially in the third quarter, he has no idea what is going on. They let Miami off the hook. They were good against the Browns, but couldn't get it done again. ETN's a great running back, but they just don't seem to use him enough. And they've got lots of weapons over there. Brian Thomas Jr. is the business. He is a very good receiver. But Josh Allen is a miles better quarterback, and his running play and his threat with his legs also will cause Jacksonville lots of problems. So, yeah, Buffalo for the win. No problem with that one.
He says. I'm going the same thing, Buffalo, and I'm going to say $200. Give me those. I'm going to drop those 4.5 points. They are going to crush the Jaguars. All right, in Buffalo, this is going to be something like 27-10. They're going to turn the Breck girl over like 4 or 5 times.
I think Monday night is just going to be a very depressing night in the Hartley household.
It will be.
Buffalo's going to win this game.
It will be. We'll both go to bed going, well, that was interesting. Yeah.
We just stayed up until 3 a.m. for this.
She's already said, I am not even going to entertain staying up for this game. I'm going to bed. I was like, all right then. She said, you do you. This is not. I'm not doing anything to do with this.
I have a completely different take on when she says that to you. I'm going to bed. You do you. Oh. That's how you have a happy marriage, I suppose.
Well, she's been with me 22 years now?
Here comes the right hand.
She deserves a medal the size of a dustbin lid, but you know what I mean. It is what it is. Putting up with my shit for all these years, yeah. But
so that's why you get to do you. All right.
Of course, the Jags have no idea how to use people. Just look at their owner's son wrestling company. Well, yeah, that's true. That's very true, Peter. But then again, I don't enjoy watching men in spandex, so I'm not really bothered.
So are we?
I don't care much for the wrestling.
Are we backing up on the Bills are cooked this year? Yeah.
No, I just think they haven't hit an opponent yet that's really going to be able to take Josh Allen to task, because I think that's where, honestly, they did everything they did last week off of the back of Woods, who's having he had a great game, no doubt, Max. I'm sorry that really didn't work out for you, but that's the way it goes. But the fact of the matter is, man, he is not hitting many receivers downfield. They really didn't have to throw a whole lot last week. And once he plays on borrowed time, man, I don't care. Quarterbacks go down, and he has not yet had his.
Yeah, you're wrong. Josh Allen's going to be the MVP this year. He is handing the ball off like an MVP candidate does, nice and smooth. His drop is perfect. Josh Allen, you're my MVP. Bills are going to win by 10. I am going to put 200 on this.
What are you putting on Allen as MVP, Jesse?
Yeah, I'd probably lay about $20 on that. Because of the fact that they don't have a whole lot of weapons, and Allen's going to carry this team to the playoffs.
What did you say they're going to win by, the Bills? 10?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm just laying the points right here, but I think they're going to win by 10. Yeah. I don't think the Jags have a chance. See, Ingram is out. I saw that earlier today. And James Cook is a real player, man. I love him out the backfield. And Shakir, he's coming into his own as a receiver. Keon Coleman's probably going to be like a next year prospect.
I don't know,
very much for that.
First week, he was their top target. He caught like 6 out of 7. And then last week, he was a ghost. So
I mean, you get like that with some rookie quarterbacks. I remember when Kerry was a rookie, he'd have good games, then he'd disappear. Good games and disappear. And Keon, he was a second or third round. Second.
I think if Cook didn't have such a big fucking game, that probably would have been different. I think Allen threw for like less than 150 yards last.
Well, I don't think they didn't need to throw the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they didn't need to throw the ball.
Coleman was just not part of anything because he didn't need to be.
Max, what are you saying?
Oh, the Bills with the points. It's
Okay.
just I don't think it's going to be a game.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is just the appetizer on Monday night, boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, this is the game of the week coming up, Max. You know it. We all
Game
know
of
it.
the
This is
century.
it.
Game of the century.
7.5.
Washington travels to Cincinnati to take on the Bungles. T. Higgins is back in action, but Cincinnati has real issues on the defensive line. I just saw the latest report. Multiple players are out for the Bengals. Multiple players are also questionable. And then
Do they
more
still
likely,
have Hendricks playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well,
the guy.
we'll lose.
Did y'all listen to the press conference Dan Quinn gave yesterday?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So they're fully aware of Hendrickson. Dude's a beast. Got to handle him, and I think everything else is going to be okay. I like what Quinn said about him. They are definitely devoted to stopping him because he is a great game wrecker. He is, it has been. He just doesn't have that pizzazz as a lot of some defenses have because he doesn't like really talking to the media or anything. He doesn't put himself out there, but he's one of the best defensive ends in the entire league, and we got to make sure that we take care of that. I think we're going to cover in this game. I don't think we're going to win, but I do think we are going to cover.
I agree. I think we're going to cover. We're going to lose, but I think we're going to cover. And Joe Burrow, he'll, if he plays all right, decent enough, I guess.
Fucking rip tail.
Yeah. So where did it go? There it was. All right. So you know what? I'm going to take the under for $25.
You know,
And also,
I'm with the under as well too. I do think because I think we're going to slow the game down, not by their choice, but by our choice. I do think we move the ball as well too.
Speaking of which, Scott, that trade is sitting there for you now. Yesterday I didn't push the
I've
button.
traded it. I accepted it.
All right. So Zach Moss is going to get off tomorrow because I've just now picked him up. And actually, I think I just did us a favor because if he's on my team, he's going to fumble and break his ankle.
So then, score predictions. What are we going for, gents? Are we all thinking it's a Cincinnati win first for the book?
Yes.
Max?
I think we're going to cover as well, and my score is 24-21 Cincinnati.
Okay. 24-21 Cincy. Jesse?
I think we are going to. It's going to be. I'm going to say 26-22 Cincy.
It's like the type of score you find when you're watching NFL Network with Cynthia Freeland. Someone's going to win 21-19 or something.
23-19. Yeah, she's always with the 19. I'm going to go ahead and say, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say 23-19. The Bengals win. However, the truth of the matter is what I really think is it's going to be something like 45-7. They're going to boat race us because nobody on our defense is going to know what to do with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, you remember the old Superman movie where Superman flew around the world so goddamn fast he actually spun the world backwards and went back a day so he could save Lois Lane? Jamar Chase might do that on Sunday. Sunday might actually be right now, okay? Actually, it'll be Monday night, so it might go back to Sunday night. Because of how many times Jamar Chase circles the globe. I just don't see us stopping.
I have a prop bet for this one.
All right, go ahead.
I'm
Jamar
gonna-
Chase,
I'm gonna go with
7,000 yards.
I'm going to go with my score first. I'm going to go 31-20 Cincinnati.
Okay.
I have a Jamar Chase anytime touchdown.
That could start at like from 9:01 on, 8:01 on.
Yeah.
I have a Brian Robinson Jr. anytime touchdown. And I also have a Terry McLaurin anytime touchdown.
Well, that's a pretty big parlay right there. Although I think with Jamar Chase, you have to pick the exact time.
How much is that going on?
That
$50?
50 will get me 1,000.
Wow. Okay.
I got to think the only reason that's going to be that high up is because they tend to take it and put Eckler in once Robinson gets him down to the 5.
So Victory Tuesday then, boys, yeah?
Yeah, all right. Pete's claiming for a Victory Tuesday.
Or are we doing Victory Monday, whatever it may be? Victory Monday.
It'll be Victory Tuesday because it's a Monday night football.
Yeah, it's a Monday night football game, yeah. Tuesday. Yeah, you know what I mean.
All right, so there you have it. I think we're about done for the day.
I think we are. I've enjoyed your company, gentlemen. It's been exciting.
Thank you for writing everything down there, Sir Scribe.
It's all right. It's all good, man. I got it
Seriously,
all down.
we got to get you a bowler and have you sit there and talk with a Cockney accent, take our bets.
Yeah, and I just want one of them, like, you know, them old school long, like, cigarette
holders.
Well, I don't know about that one, Jesse, but I can get you 4-1 on that price, my boy.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'd like. All right, then. So we will see
Harry,
you
call it in, Harry. Yes, we've got this one here. That one's for Jesse's pink slip on the old Toyota. Yeah.
I know who that voice is, and I can't remember what
It's
it is.
Boise.
It's Boise. That's right. It's fucking Boise. Yeah, they don't know who the hell that is. But
Yeah, I know who Boise is. You do.
That's right.
That's because you're cultured, John. I like that.
I'm just, rotted in the refrigerator like some fucking yogurt. All right, so we will see you after the football game, maybe after the football game late, and then Tuesday morning. Until then, everybody bleed Burgundy.